I hate this subject. I hate it. I can go out and speak on a dozen different issues in colleges, schools, kids, adults. I hate this subject. I hate this subject because I get angry with it. I get angry. I even cry. And I know some people say the men aren't supposed to cry. Cops certainly aren't supposed to cry. Why don't you believe that? You cry with pain. I hope I can speak to all of you, the young people, the adults, and make some sense over some things. And I thought maybe, if I started off putting something in your mind for you to think about while I speak, it might help. Think about this. Have you ever heard this before? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I want you, especially the adults, to think about that. Think about that phrase while I speak. And maybe you'll have the same pain that I have when I see these beautiful kids come up here and sing. What is more beautiful than to see these kids like that? They're so good and comical to us sometimes, and a little frustrating once in a while. But you love them. And you know what? Sadly, a lot of the kids don't realize how much you love them. Not yet, they don't. Because they're kids. And their values are a little bit different. I don't know where we would be without people like you, these organizations. Thank God for you. By the way, you see, I don't hesitate one bit to refer to God, because without Him, I don't think we have much else. But where would we be without you and the organizations you represent? Where are our values? What has happened to us as a society? On the morning of December the 14th, 2012, you just said this, Adam Lanza went to Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut, where he shot his way into the building with a Bushmaster assault rifle. Now, some of you may not understand the term assault rifle. An assault rifle is designed for one purpose. It's been developed for years and years and years and years to be used in a war. Its only function is to kill human beings. That's what he had. That's the kind of weapon he had. It wasn't the weapon that some of you might have 22s that you go out and you shoot target practice. Some of you are hunters. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't purchase that piece of equipment, that killing machine, because it's an assault rifle. His name was my glasses hat. He would help sometimes. Where he shot his way into the building with a Bushmaster assault rifle. He proceeded to kill 20 first-grade students and 6 adult employees. In approximately 11 minutes, he took the lives of 20 little people and 6 adults. 20 little people. Now, those little people were about 7 years old. Now think about this. The right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. If they're 7 years old, and the predictions today are that you're going to live to be approximately 77 years old. That means that 1,400 years of pleasure were lost. 1,400 years of Christmases, graduations, parties, weddings, every happiness that these children could have experienced was taken away. The future, the potential doctors, lawyers, engineers, husbands, wives and someday grandparents. Gone. Everything those young people could have. Strictly because of the violent gun culture that we have today. The future, shame on us. Parents of these little children were deprived of seeing the smiles in every, I'm sorry, but occasionally I have to swallow more than once because I want to cry. I get so angry with this. Little children are deprived of seeing the smiles in every beautiful and sometimes comical things that you kids do. Children do every day as they grow up. Dads will never feel the pride of their son performing some athletic accomplishment or work or little purpose down the aisle. Where is it said, entitled to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? Does it make sense? Is it real? Adam Lanza was able to accomplish this horrible deed so quickly because of the availability of the weapon, an assault rifle, that had 20 rounds. A round means a bullet. That's an easier way to explain it. It had 30 bullets in that magazine. The magazine is what holds bullets. And he could fire all 30 almost automatically. 49 shots were fired and killed 26 people in 11 minutes. Does anyone need that kind of a weapon? I'm a cop. I carry a gun. I have a gun at home. That's not what I would use to protect my home. The assault rifle, the killing machine developed over years of testing for the purpose of killing soldiers in a war. This is also the weapon that some gun enthusiasts would use to protect their homes. I hope they don't do it next to me. That round, that bullet, will shatter a cinder block. It will kill you at 500 and 600 yards. Who needs that kind of killing machine in our society that can harm you young people and destroy? You may continue to live, but destroy the adults, parents, because they've lost them. Investigations of his home had shown his preoccupation with mass shootings. There were news articles, a book on school shootings, and a spreadsheet on mass murder. He dwelled on this. Numerous articles about firearms, weapons, and magazine capacity. His preoccupation with violence was well documented. And although he only used the Bushmaster when he needed to execute, I didn't say kill, I said execute, the staff and children at the school, he had other weapons. He had what they call a Glock semi-automatic pistol. It's a handgun. A Sig Sauer semi-automatic pistol, another handgun. And Ishmael's 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun. That's a long gun that fires multiple rounds. A Savage Mac 11 rifle, number 11 rifle is what he killed his mother with. But that was back at her house. So I guess he just couldn't carry it along. How do you justify this kind of activity? But right now, some of us might feel, well, Adam is gone. He's not here anymore. So that's not going to happen. Please don't think that. Because September the 6th, 2013, police arrested a 5th grader for plotting to conduct an attack similar to the Sandy Hook massacre. A 5th grader. November 29th, 2012, the student was prevented from shooting his classmate. December 11th, 2009, 2 students were arrested for planning to attack their high school. Shotguns, rifles, and bomb-making experience material were uncovered. October the 21st, 2013, a 12-year-old killed his math teacher and shot 2 students. June the 7th, 2013, a man killed 5 and wounded several others. And January 31st, 2013, a 15-year-old student shot a classmate. That is such a history of violence that exists here today. And I hope you young people just think of this. If stupid things come up, if you see or hear that silence meaning you don't tell us about it, that silence also kills. Can we shield our children from the violence in our society today? I think because of the organizations that you have sitting here today. Because of the interest that you parents, in a rotten day when everybody else is home in the snow, came here and you grew your children. Because you have leadership here inappropriately, a place of worship, where else would you better be? That we do have an opportunity. There must be efforts to control who is allowed to possess firearms and the type of killing machine that is available to the public. You said it before, I gave you that phrase, we hold these truths to be self-evident, the unalienable rights, the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Shame on those people that don't understand this. But I am so proud to be here with you, because if this is just a seed, it's going to grow. You will never know how many lives you're going to save. You will never know how many parents you will save a tremendous amount of pain. And I said, thank you, Rabbi, Reverend, and all of you for being here on this terrible day. But please, try to remember the things that I said. Try to keep in your minds just what takes place in our society today. And never, never let it happen.